I don't know why I did this. To this day, I'm like, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carolyn. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys an embarrassing Valentine's Day story time. But here's the twist. I don't have just one Valentine's story. I have two. And I feel like that's just, you shouldn't have any. And why do I have two? I honestly haven't told many people these stories just because they're so cringy. They're so embarrassing and cringy, and they take me back to a time of my life where I'm like, why did I do that? So yeah, you guys will hear those very, very cringy Valentine's Day stories. As a preface, they did happen a very long time ago, so I've grown from my mistakes. Let's just put that out there right now. So when you hear the stories, you're not like, Carolyn, why did you do that? You know? So yeah, that's basically it. I think I'm just gonna get straight into it so that this video isn't crazy long. So starting off, the first story. This takes place in the 4th grade. I don't want to say any names in this video just because I don't want people to know. Mainly also because I follow them on Instagram, so I don't want to say their name, and if anyone's like curious, they go check my followers, you know. So I'm gonna make up names, and for this first story, I'm gonna call him, let's call him James, okay? Valentine's Day boy number 1 is James. In the 4th grade, I had a super close guy friend. Like, we were really close. We were like best friends, you know? And it was nearing Valentine's Day, and I thought it was platonic, you know? But like, as it neared Valentine's Day, the vibes he was letting out were very, you know the vibes. All my friends were like, Carolyn, like, he's gonna ask you to be his Valentine. And I, being a 4th grader, was like, no, definitely not. Like, ew boys, you know? Like, I was in the 4th grade. I was like, what, 8 or something? But again, he was my friend. I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, no, those vibes are nothing. I'm getting in my own head because it's getting close to Valentine's Day and I'm worried he's gonna try making a move or something. So let's just fast forward to Valentine's Day. I remember I walked into school and I was like nervous because I was like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I'm gonna walk into class and there's gonna be a big old teddy bear or chocolates or flowers, you know? Like, I'm not one for grand gestures. I was like, what am I gonna do? If there's something at my desk or if he's waiting for me, how am I going to react? I don't want to be happy because I don't want to give him the wrong idea. Like, this was all going through my head as I'm walking to class. So yeah, I get to class and there's nothing at my desk. I'm so very happy. Like, he even isn't really doing anything out of the norm. We sat very close to each other. Like, it was a normal day. Like, we were still friends, you know? There was no sign of anything happening. The whole day passed and I was like, you know, I'm very worried something's gonna happen. Like, I'm worried at recess he's gonna do something out in the playground. I'm scared at lunch if he's gonna freaking sit with me and give me something. I don't know. The whole day was just the, what's gonna happen? What's he gonna do, you know? And yeah, so the whole day passes, nothing. It reaches the end of the day and my teacher decides to like give us like a movie day. And we were watching the Charlie Brown Valentine's Day edition movie. I don't know, but it was Charlie Brown. I remember that because I'm forever triggered by Charlie Brown because of this moment. Because of Valentine's Day. So we're watching the movie, and like I said, the whole day I'm kind of on edge because I'm like, I just feel like something is gonna happen. Like, he's gonna do something, and I don't want him to do anything because I don't want to be the one to be like, sorry, I don't want this. I don't want to be your Valentine, because I don't even want to be mean. Like, we were just friends and I was in the 4th grade. Like, boys were ill to me, like they still are. I don't want the whole classroom being like, ooh, you know. So while we were watching the movie, I was at a table with my best friend and we were just hanging out, you know, watching the movie, and just at the table next to us was him and his best friend. But these tables weren't really close to each other. Like, we were able to whisper and they were able to whisper as well. This is kind of like when it gets weird. So we're just talking, and then we notice that they're whispering, like James and his best friend, I forgot, we named him James. James and his best friend were whispering. And we were like, why are they whispering? Like, the day is almost done. Like, can we just get to the day and I don't have to worry about being asked to be someone's Valentine? But yeah, we're like, what are they whispering about? Like, I was an anxious kid, okay? Like, I didn't want anything. I didn't want someone coming up to me confessing their feelings to me. Like, I didn't want that. Like, they like keep whispering and it's like the movie's about to end. Like, the day's almost over. I just need these 30 minutes to pass and get home, like just run home. And I'll be like, this day's over, you know, nothing happened, Carolyn. You thought something was gonna happen, nothing happened. 30 minutes left of the movie, 30 minutes left until I can go home. 30 minutes. And I noticed, me and my friend look over and we notice James is like doing something like on the desk. Like he's like doing something, looking at something, writing something, or reading something. I don't know. He's doing something, you know? So he's doing that thing and me and my friend are like, oh my God, like what is he doing? Like, I think this is the moment. Like, I think something's about to go down, you know? So we're scheming. We're like, okay, if he does something, what am I gonna do? You know, because I need to know my reaction. So I'm not just like, what am I gonna say? How am I gonna act? We're just talking when he walks over to us. And like when he was standing up, we're like, he's standing up, like he's walking over. Oh my God, he's walking over. Like maybe he's just walking to the sink. Like maybe he has to go talk to the teacher. Like maybe he's not walking to us. No, he walks directly to me. So James hands me a note. I don't even want to open this. He walks away and my friend's like, okay, open it. Like, what does it say? So we open it and it says like, will you be my Valentine? Yes, no, you know, like the typical kid note. It was everything I didn't want. Luckily, it wasn't like a grand gesture where everyone knew what was going down, but like everyone had a good idea because, like I said, we were all sitting watching a movie. So the fact that he like stood up, walked over to me with the note, you know, people I bet had an idea, but we're like, oh, what's on the note? Who knows? We're like, okay, he is asking me to be his Valentine. And we hadn't finished scheming yet. We were like, we hadn't thought of what I would do if he were to ask me to be his Valentine, you know? We didn't have a plan yet. So we're like, we need to act quick because this movie's almost over and he's like gonna expect a response. So do you guys know what an anxious fourth grader decided to do because a boy asked her to be his Valentine? I don't know why I did this. To this day, I'm like, my friend and I decided that she was going to crumple up the note and walk to the trash can and throw it away. Like, that's what we thought of. We were like, oh, like I wasn't gonna say yes, obviously, because I didn't want him thinking I had feelings for him or whatever. And I didn't want to say no because I didn't want to be like rude. But my mind said to crumple up the note and throw it away. Like, why was I such a savage? My friend throws it away. She walks back. Like, obviously he knew that was his note, you know? We like look over and he is like sad. Like, he looked like sadness. Like his whole demeanor was just like, oh my God. Like, it was so sad. All because I couldn't just say, hey buddy, I just think of you as a friend. So yeah, we left school that day. He was all sad. You know what happened? We never spoke ever again. This was the fourth grade. My elementary school went from kindergarten to 6th grade. So from that moment in 4th grade all the way to 6th grade graduation, we never talked. And I honestly thought that that was his villain story. I thought like that moment was the moment where he was like, I can never trust a girl again. Girls are ruthless, girls are rude, I hate girls, you know? I thought that was his villain moment. Recently, I was just thinking about it and I was like, man, I wonder if he still hates me. Like, I wonder if every Valentine's Day, he thinks of that moment when his best friend literally threw away the note of him asking me to be his Valentine. Like, I feel like that would do something to someone. I don't know, maybe it wasn't that serious, but also we were really close. So I feel like it was serious between us because you know, we both lost a friend. I did it in such a ruthless way. I feel so bad. Maybe this story isn't really embarrassing. It's embarrassing on my actions actually. But yeah, like I was saying, I felt bad recently. Like I was just thinking about it and I was like, man, I wonder if he's okay. Like, why do I think I'd have that much of an impact on him? Because I didn't. I found him on Instagram and I was like, ooh, like, okay, like let's follow him, you know, maybe, I don't know, like let's see if he's okay. I don't know. Let's see what he's like now. And he has a girlfriend. You guys, he had a girlfriend. And I know that's like, who cares? But I was like happy because I was like, oh, thank God that Valentine's Day was not his villain story. It was a 4th grade. I don't know what I thought. And I'm very happy that he's in a committed relationship. And being single was my punishment, honestly. It is. No one knows how much I regret that day. I wish I just like talked to him. But yeah, that's basically it for the first story. I'm ready to leave that experience in the past. We live and learn. Nothing I can do to change it. Okay, moving on. Second story. This happened a year later in the 5th grade. Elementary school was not a good time for me, I feel. It wasn't a good time. So we'll call this guy Adam. I feel like Adam is an okay name. I don't know. Let me just preface this by saying 5th grade was like weird. People were like obsessed with being in relationships, but it wasn't even like a real relationship. Obviously, it was weird. We were like, what, 9 at this point? It's so weird. It's like you can have a crush on someone and then you guys enter this relationship, but it's not even a relationship. It's so stupid. I don't even know what to call it. Adam and I, we were in the same class. I'd consider us like friends, but we weren't like besties. Like it was weird. Like people would always be like, why don't you hang out with him? It's just like, I don't need to. Like we're not dating. It's not real. It's weird. Like call it what you want. I just have a crush on him. We're just friends. Like I kid you not, it was like platonic. Like might as well have just called it a friendship. Like why did people put a label on it? We were in the 5th grade. Anyways, so Adam and I are in this so-called relationship and Valentine's Day is coming up and I'm kind of like, I'm not getting him anything, you know, like this isn't serious. We're just friends. But Valentine's Day rolls around, people, and you know, me and Valentine's Day, horrible idea. Just don't do it, Carolyn. Don't do it. I get to school and he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have flowers. He doesn't have a teddy bear. He doesn't have chocolate. I'm like, yes, he didn't get anything because I didn't get him anything, you know? Like I didn't want to make it awkward because he got me something and I didn't get him anything. And I was like, I don't want to get you anything, so I don't want anything from you, you know? The day goes by. It's recess. Everyone goes out to recess. I remember my friends were like, oh, did you get him anything? Did he get you anything? And I'm like, no, like I didn't get him anything and he hasn't given me anything. So I think we're cruising by this Valentine's Day. So yeah, recess comes to an end. Everyone is heading back to class. Why do these things happen to me? So I walk to my table. I pull my chair. Then there's something on my chair. There was a whole bunch of candy. I'm like 95% sure it was just boxes of like those conversation candy hearts. I'll put a picture if you don't know what I'm talking about. And not just that, and like $5 bills. I think there was like 3, so like $15. So there were 3 $5 bills and like 15 boxes of conversation hearts and nothing else. Like nothing. And I was like, who put this here? There wasn't even like a note. Like you would think like, oh, maybe he like put a little note like from Adam or something. Why is there candy and money on my chair? And why? Like I didn't know what to do. My mind racing literally took place in like 30 seconds, like all these thoughts in 30 seconds. Like, what do I do? Like, I need to put it somewhere. Like, I need to sit down. Like, everyone's entering for recess. I need to do something. So do you know what Carolyn decides to do? I actually remember my first thought of like, what to do with all this. I was like, do I throw it away? I sat real close to a trash can, y'all. And I was like, do I just grab it? What is she doing? Come on. You're crazy. So yeah, I was just like, do I throw all of this away? Like, but then my mind was just like, oh, if you do that, then the person who did this might see and be like, what the heck? Or maybe someone misplaced this and, you know, this was their lunch money and their snack for after school and they accidentally dropped it on my chair. I can't just throw it away. I was like, what if someone wants it and they can't find it, you know? So then I was like, okay, I know what to do. Do you know what the heck I did? I grabbed it all, like I was like struggling to carry it. Like it was a lot of candy and the money, and I walk over to my teacher. Like everyone is still entering from recess. I did this all so quickly because I was like, I must get rid of the evidence, you know? So I grab it all, walk over to my teacher, and I'm just like, someone left this at my desk, and I just like drop it on her desk. And she's like looking at me confused, I think. Like she was just like, oh, okay. I was like, it's not mine. And she's like, okay, yeah, like leave it here. And I was like, okay, thanks. And I walked back to my desk as if nothing happened. So a few hours pass by and it's time for lunch. And sometimes Adam and I would eat lunch together at a lunch table. So this day he did. He sat with me and he goes, did you like my gift? And I was like, what? What gift? And he was like, oh, I left you candy and some other stuff. And I was like, oh, that. I was like, oh, like I wasn't sure who put that there. So I gave it to the teacher. And he looked so sad and he was like, you gave it to the teacher? And I was like, yeah, like I wasn't sure who like put that there. Like I thought someone put it there by mistake. So I gave it to the teacher. I think in his head he was just like, my money. $15 is a lot for a kid in elementary school, okay? But yeah, like to this day I'm still kind of like, did that teacher literally keep the money and the candy? Like I get the candy, like whatever, it's just candy. But like the money, like when I handed it to her, she was probably like, oh yeah, like it's fine, just leave it here. It's just $15, but I'm also like, honey, you should have been like, keep it, girl. Keep it. It's probably not a mistake. She took my money. But also, I didn't want the money. Honestly, even if he was like from Adam, like on a note with all the stuff, I probably still would have been like, take it back. I don't want any of this. I didn't get you anything. I don't want it. Safe to say he never got me anything ever again. That was a weird experience, honestly. Like, who gives someone money for Valentine's Day? Like, with that $50, you could have got me chocolate and a bear. I didn't want it, but still, you're just gonna give me cash? That was pretty embarrassing just because he confronted me about it. Both those stories are so cringy to me. Just probably because I was so young and I didn't know how to react. I hope you guys enjoyed these story times. I don't enjoy reliving them, okay? So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, please. And make sure to subscribe. We're getting close to 400 subscribers and I am so excited. I can't wait till we hit it. But yeah, that's it for this video. I post every Sunday, so I'll see you next week. Bye!